This song always gets me pumped. I really need to know what that song is because this is the perfect song for the gym. That's gonna be my task for later. If one of you guys knows the name of the song, let me know. To the left,
Liquid Hero.
once again on dual side, once again against Curious, and once again Hero is ahead. This is his chance. This is his chance to take it 2-0 against the StarTale Zerg player and advance. Will he be able to take it? In the last set he lost. Lost again. Our Zerg player spawning to the right side of dual side. It is once more.
StarTale Curious.
One game away from being knocked out of Code S.
And once again the gateway opening for Hero. Using the strategy that he used before. We have a 14 pool for Curious this time. The last time he started with the 12 pool.
Yep. And Hero going for, again, the gateway expand. Walling off at his ramp. Playing very safe here. Probe says hi to the Scantipede. Scantipedes usually don't interfere, but Legend accidentally clicked on it. Blocking here with the probe. May decided to drop the pylon. Not as common when you go for a gateway build because you delay your cybernetics core, which is really important. So he's not going to block with the pylon, at least not right away. And yeah, he doesn't have the multitasking to keep the probe there for longer, so the hatchery does get planted.
The first queen is now being built, and at this point in time it's obviously the last game that they played on this map will affect both players. We have for once Hero, who lost the Stalkers after his beautiful early aggression, but on the other hand we also have Curious, who lost a ton of drones and also Zerglings to the 3 Stalker aggression, and therefore might just get speed a little bit earlier this time, or at least some defenses, maybe a Spine Crawler against his opponent's units. So this is going to be very, very interesting, and I want to know if he's chrono boosting his Stalkers once again. Did he save up energy? Is he chrono boosting his army in order to put the pressure onto Curious once more?
Yeah, we'll find out. He's going to chrono boost the Stalkers out again. And with this type of build, it's really easy to pressure with Stalkers. We may see him again. Remember last time he made a pylon, he ended up canceling it. He could have just won the game perhaps with that, even with only 2 gateways. Things would have spiraled out of control very quickly. And the gas is up, but no mining for Curious. He's going to have a really late Zergling speed here.
We have the second gate now once more for Hero, not getting any scouting information in the main base, trying to sneak in one of his probes, but he does not know exactly what's happening with the Zerg play. He knows about the expansion, there's no secret at all, and already in possession of the Xelnaga watchtower, checking both of them.
Yep. Zerglings want to come in for a scout just like last game, but this time Hero is prepared with the Stalker on hold position, blocking them out. He will kill all of these Zerglings, but at the cost of some of his hit points. And they do come inside.
And he has a sentry already. He already has a sentry, so this time his strategy definitely differs from what we've seen the first time.
No Zergling speed, but also there's a Spine Crawler. So the Spine Crawler really shut down a lot of this potential to harass.
And the Zergling speed started right as Wolf mentioned the Spine Crawlers, though this time he will be prepared.
Yep.
He will not fall into the same trap again. He was kind of lucky that he was able to catch the Stalkers the last time,
He
but
will
this time
have to make a lot more Zerglings here, though. This pressure is not over, and since his Zergling speed is so delayed, this is still kind of scary. He's probably not going to lose this Queen, though. And he's trying to actually trap with his Zerglings, set up a nice little flank here. But the Stalkers are on top of it, does chase them away. Uh-oh, that's a scary place to advance into.
Yeah, indeed it is. If he was trapped against the wall, then he will lose the Stalkers, and this is something that he can't afford. We've seen this last time they faced each other on the dual side. Expansion is being built now. We have 5 sentries in total on 2 gates, getting the 3rd gate right now.
This is a very unique strategy. You know, it's older, but even the older types of gateway expands were not executed in this way. I really like this from Hero. To put some pressure on with the Stalkers, and then to follow up with sentries to secure the expansion with only 2 gateways rather than going for 3, or even trying to do a riskier 1-gate expand. Now this aggression coming on for Hero, he's actually making only Zerglings and Roaches, but with the type of build that Hero has done, he's even got Hallucination, a Forge, and going up to 4 gateways. He should be able to defend this. This, for Curious, is looking not good. To put it in the simplest terms, it's not looking good.
Hero is taking now, though. He's going for the Twilight Council, but let's see how well he does against this army. A ton of Zerglings. We have the Roach and Zergling aggression, and Hero at this point, he has the gates.
Hallucinated Void Ray. This is so smart. He's going to try to avoid... If he comes into contact with those Zerglings, the Void Ray will attack.
And he's faking that he is trying to actually... Look at this! This is so smart! Hallucinating a Phoenix as well, so he's trying to make his opponent get some defenses, but now they attack it, and this might be too much.
It may very well be too much. He's used a lot of energy on those hallucinations. He doesn't have any cannons. A lot more sentries, though, half warped and up at the top. He's going to have to force field perfectly here, and he does not force field right away, so Zerglings stream in. This is exactly what Curious wants here, but he is holding a little bit longer, and I think he's actually done it. One more force field will stop these units. He's actually making 16 Zerglings behind this, but unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be able to break through here.
But the energy is very low now on the sentries. He has a few more force fields available, but will it be enough? The Zerglings streaming in, most of them are already dead. The Roaches are being attacked, and he will have new warp-ins. There they are on the high ground, and this should be enough to defend against the attack of Curious.
Oh man, Blink is on the way right now, and this is defended. He has Zealots now to defend the Zerglings, even though his wall was destroyed. He actually looks totally fine here.
Yeah.
Curious trying to make a macro hatchery now, but Hero leagues ahead. To go for a push like this, a strategy like this, was really risky when you're one game away from losing, you know, and falling into Code A. And I have to say I'm a little bit, not disappointed and curious, but a little bit surprised in his decision to do this. Double Evo Chambers going down. He's trying to desperately do everything he can, but Hero actually has this game firmly in his grasp.
He tries to fall back into macro mode here, and his thought process was probably just to go for a timing attack on 2 bases this time, because he assumed that Hero would not expect it, but the build that Hero used was very safe, and now we have the lair take. He's just trying to fall back into macro mode, but it's going to be very hard against the Protoss player that showed such a solid play.
The one thing that's really important to note is that the Forge was dead, so Hero is not going to have upgrade advantages, and the Evo Chambers are already going up here, starting his upgrades. So the upgrade advantages is going to be negated, but the army advantage for Hero is what the big concern is. He's going to have Blink as well. He's going to hit a really nice timing at the third base of Curious. He's going to get there, there's going to be no third base, and then he's going to just probably attack and be prepared to defend against run-bys at the same time. That Zergling count that still persists for Curious will be useful for him in that he may be able to force Hero to turn around several times.
He has so many gates at this point, and already the +1 attack upgrade being researched. We have double upgrades, as mentioned, for Curious. But with all these gates, Hero can do so much damage, especially with Blink being done. And just the scouting here going on with the Phoenix will show him already a lot of what's happening in his opponent's base, and even additional cannons are now being added to defend. And also the pylon to block off the path of incoming run-by attacks.
He's going to hit a timing now before the Infestors. He's going to catch a lot of these Zerglings. This is really good for Hero. Blinks forward, traps a few more Zerglings.
He kills so many of them.
Oh, so good for Hero. 24 Zerglings are on the way. The third
base
is canceled immediately. He cancels it. Like, if he had started it 2 seconds later, he would have stopped it before it even started. I'm saying that in a weird way, but he canceled it literally right after he started it.
Infestation bit is nearly done. He might be able to get the fungals.
Though. That is really huge because that means no more forward warp-ins.
Oh, a ton of spine crawlers. At this point, Curious is really afraid. He's really afraid. He knows it all. Blinking into the main base, trying to get into position.
He can force field as well.
He could force field the ramp.
He missed his chance to force field quickly here. Nice targeting there.
But now he can use them.
Yep.
Oh, Hero. The
really
spine crawlers are done. A ton of Zerglings being built.
He's setting up a flank as well for the sentries with Zerglings coming down through the center. He may actually use them for a counterattack. Instead, he's going to take out the Queen. Going for Evo Chambers, catching Stalker reinforcements since he knows he killed the probe. He can just do this.
To blink out though? Doesn't look like it. He's going for the third base that's being attacked. Even a Colossus is being hallucinated. This is brilliant. Going for it. Hero not doing any damage with it, and there are the Zerglings trying to take it down immediately. The infestation bit, it dies before the upgrade is done.
Great force fields here, a nice flank setup. for Curious, but it is just not enough. Brilliant play by Hero here, perfectly executed.
Look at these force fields at the low ground. He's forcing the Zerglings to attack into the upgraded Zealots.
He needs to, I mean, someone needs to, not Hero, kind of absurd if Hero did this, someone needs to take a screenshot of that perfect force field play right there. Beautiful force fields, and like I said, man, Hero's unit control is some of the best.
+1/+1 is done for the Zerg player. Curious has these upgrades, and he's going for the +2 attack upgrade. We have 82 supply against 108, and the third base is about to be done. Well, not about to be done, to be honest. He had to restart it again, so here's the third base for Hero, getting into position with the Stalker, saving it. Oh, this is just such an exciting game here, and Hero playing so well.
Those 4 infestors are so critical. They're the only infestors he's going to have for now. These sentries are going to be fair game here. Using fungals on sentries, though, means that the Stalkers still have free reign. And with this really strong mobile army from Hero that's about to have +2, he should be able to kill or force the cancel on the third base of Curious. Things looking grimmer and grimmer by the second for him.
Curious had to rebuild the infestation bit. He had to spend a lot of minerals into these spine crawlers at this point. We even have now additional tech for Hero coming up. Not only the Templar Archive, but this Warp Prism might
does not want to get bungled here, but he does.
He's blinking behind the infestors, trying to take them down.
This is actually a really good engagement for Curious, but will it be enough? The Zealots now with their +2 tearing through the Zerglings, which only have +1. He cleans them up, and now he can actually go for the infestors. There's no burrow available. There's no more fungals. There it is. Oh, he's targeting them down. Infestor Terrans being dropped, but they will not be enough. And this base is free for the taking. There's also a Warp Prism to harass the main during this. And Curious, going for a 2-base all-in, tries to go back into macro mode, as you said, but will not be able to succeed here. A lot of safe moves here by Hero, not overextending himself, not overcommitting.
Hero has him on the ropes for sure. We even have the Warp Prism in the main base right now. He's warping in a ton of Zealots trying to attack the mineral line, and at the same time putting pressure onto the third. And Curious is taking hit after hit. Will he be able to recover? It looks seriously grim. This might be the knockout.
It may be the Spine Crawlers trying to position themselves. He can just kill the Queen and then get out if he wants to. GG.
GG, the game is over, and Hero, he takes it 2-0.
Hero will advance alongside Maru.
Oh, just look at him. You could think that he just lost.
Yeah. Great play by both players.
He's so relieved.
Hero playing better in the final game, defending the all-in, and Curious, again, reserved from his emotions while he's in the booth.
Wow, what a really great series that we've seen here in the end. This was just amazing. It's such a really great group today.
Yeah,
it was
really
amazing. I would have never thought that Maru would be able to actually make the top spot. I thought he would advance, but claiming the first place in the group was definitely a huge achievement for the young Terran player. And now we have Hero getting into a second position after defeating Curious. Great games today.
And Curious will be going down into Code A in the round of 48, so he won't be able to, or it's possible that he gets knocked out of the GSL entirely if he loses that round. So consider that. I'm sorry, that's not actually the case. Yeah, he goes the other one. That's Gumio that says that. My bad. Oops. Don't make a thread, please. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I swear, like, I won't do it again. But we are done with today, so thank you for tuning in and watching our games today. We covered Group B and Group D, and it's been a blast, actually.
Yeah.
2 great days of games and casting, and I've really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was an honor casting Codes today. Tomorrow, well, actually today, Nick and Dan are back, as Wolf just stated earlier. So they arrived this morning, and they will take over tomorrow once again here at Codes. We have a quick look at the results, though. This is Group D, with Maru advancing to the round of 16, and Liquid Hero is going to advance as well, taking the second spot in the group. Curious is now in Code A in the second round, while Gumio has to, with 2 losses and no wins, he has to fight in the first round of Code A.
Yep.
therefore might drop out completely.
That's entirely possible. Curious looks so strong in Code A whenever he plays, so I don't think we'll see him lose in his round. I expect to see him back in Code S before the end of the season, before he even gets to up and downs. But either way, we'll find out in Code A. Now, here are our matches for tomorrow in Group C. Fnatic Alive, who looks really strong these days. July, who managed to get through his up and downs, destroying it, in fact. And last but not least, Zenio and the King of Marines himself, our MLG champion.
Today we saw the Marine Prince, tomorrow we'll see the Marine King. And the current MLG champion, that's perfectly right. So this is a very interesting group tomorrow.
Indeed. So make sure you tune in tomorrow for that at our regular time. Not to mention that we'll have Group E on Thursday, and then Friday we will have Off the Record.
And Saturday and Sunday we will have the semifinals of the GSTL. We have MVP against StarTale and FXO against Prime. Two amazing games the entire week, full of StarCraft II content.
Yep, and if you haven't bought a GSTL yearly ticket and you're interested in doing so, remember that right now it's 10% off until the finals, so you can read more information down there. You can go to gomtv.net/ticket. You can also combine that offer with your $5 off ticket and get your yearly ticket for cheaper than you would have normally, so just consider that. This deal lasts until the finals, so make sure to make use of it if you haven't bought a ticket yet. And thank you so much, Caldor, for casting with me. You did a great job today. I really enjoyed it.
Really enjoyed the last 2 days, Wolf. And, well, we'll be back on Saturday. You on Friday with Off the Record. And Saturday and Sunday we'll be casting GSTL, the semifinals. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a blast. It was nice casting Code S for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again, and be back tomorrow for Nick and Dan with the next round of Code S.
Some consideration, showing signs of a weakness on my part. Was I hoping to find